behalf of Her Majesty's Government Prison Services, you are hereby detained by law because you have failed significantly in not producing another video like you promised your viewers in the first place. Look. So, Mr. Sutton, would you please be quiet and stay calm?
Okay. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is actually future Alec, coming to you from nearly a full year since my last episode. Now, I'm only filming this bit as this episode is more of a catch-up, you could say, to sort of let you know that what happened to the old van, the fact that there's a new van, and kind of everything in between. Timelines might get a little bit muddled, haircuts may come and go, even a piercing will come and go. But yeah, this is more of a higgledy-piggledy, catch you all up so we can then get on with filming what we want to be filming. So if you want to stay up to date with what's going on, feel free to follow me on Instagram. My stories are much more current. But failing that, I'm going to hand you back now to past Alec, and he can let you know what's going on from where you were. Thank you for everyone who sent me messages, seeing how I'm doing and things like this. And I know, this video is late, but it's okay because we are moving forward. To quickly recap, the end of the last video, I left you sitting in front of my van with a dud engine, saying that if I needed to, I would put a new one in it. Well, guess what? I did need to, but it wasn't only that, it was also a significant amount of rust and some other engine problems and problems with the brakes. The list went on, and it sparked a conversation about whether it was worth keeping the van at all. And it was decided no, it wasn't worth keeping the van at all, so I didn't. I've still got it, it's still there. I've been working and saving for a new project, a van that runs and doesn't have any of these mechanical issues. Welcome to the new van. We have got ourselves an Iveco Daily X-Prison van. This X-Prison van is the medium wheelbase version, which means it's still nice and easy to drive around, and I can drive it on my standard license because it's not over 3.5 tons. It's got a large box in the back, and overall, I'm pretty happy with it. There's also going to be a couple of changes about how this is going to work. Instead of what we've been having so far, which is many tutorials and right, let's do up the van and putting in a new seat and all of that kind of jazz, the next few videos are still gonna be a little bit like that. I've got things to explore like roof racks and things like that. So there will be still a little bit of that, but I'm gonna fast forward and hammer through a lot of this. I'm very keen to get on the road. So it's going to be job one, ripping these cells out. That's going to take some doing. I'm not completely sure, but I can rest assured, I think, that these cells were designed to not be easy to get out. So they need to come out, then it's stripped down, and then prep, and then get this van on the road so we can start having our adventures, and I can finally unveil the new rebranding that the channel is going to be going through. I've been thinking a lot about what I want this channel to be, what I want to do, because I like making the YouTube videos for you guys. It's good fun. I like the feedback. You guys, it's a good way of keeping several of my friends that I don't talk to very much like up to date about where I am and stuff like that. And I enjoy it. And we don't want to just be another channel. I don't want to I enjoy watching Project Amber and Kite Van Man and all the others, Eamon and Beck and all of their adventures. I love that kind of content. But I don't want to be them, do you know what I mean? I want to do my own thing. So there's going to be some interesting changes coming that are going to incorporate a couple of my loves, not just travel and van life, but like gaming and sports and things like that. So more of that to come later. Before we get to any of that, I've got some hard work to do. This is going to be a lot. Right, let's get some music on, I think. Let's get a drill out. Let's start trying to cut these things out of my new home. there we have it. So, is we have ripped out all of the cells, all of the doors, all of the seats, all of the little knobbly bits in the ceilings. All of that has been ground out with cutters and disposed of therein. It's all very exciting, and it was a lot of hard work. I need to do a heartfelt thank you to Mr. Sean up the road. He's a good friend of mine, and he has been invaluable. The moment I pulled this thing in, he was like, I'll help. And he came round, and I couldn't have gotten half of it done without him. He came in and did some of the more masculine jobs as I was cutting some things and making a bit of a pig's ear of it. He kind of took over. He hurt himself a little bit. Once or twice may have been my fault. But there were lots of like cut hands and banged knuckles and swear words. And yeah, I am going to profess to the world that a prison van is a good idea for people to convert as a camper. I am not going to ever volunteer to help anybody rip the cells out and the seats out again. It is the most frustrating thing I think I've ever done in my life. So yeah, here we are. We are now at a position where we can now start to plan our interior. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start to get the measuring tape out and showing where things are going to kind of go. So I'm sorry to hit you guys with yet another time lapse. There are going to be a few of them in this particular video, and probably the next one as we're getting ourselves set up and done. Yeah, let's roll the camera, shall we? And here we have the finished interior when it's been all stripped out and marked out and lovely. I'm missing a couple of bits about the van actually. A couple of the videos I recorded doing things like this, the aircon unit that was pre-installed and does not work. But as we show around the inside of the van, just to give you an idea of the sorts of things that I had to deal with, like things like the roof holes, problems with that sort of thing, the outline markings from where the cells used to go, they were a right bastard to remove. Lots of this footage I did already have, but because it's been about 3, 4, 5 months, I've lost it. Things like the operating of the escape hatches for the old cells. I'm keeping some of those to be air vents and roof hatches and things like this. It's glorious and beautiful, and I will have to go over it, I think, in a more detailed van tour. One thing I do want to mention though, as I sit here in the dark doing a big mistake of putting filling the floor with some kind of filler. Don't ever do this. This was a terrible mistake. My floor now has dips in it. Again, I'll go over that later. Is my good friend Darren. He went through and managed to help remake and put a new floor down that is beautiful. Coming along and telling him what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to look like. I went and picked up some samples. He does this for a business, and I actually shot his wedding in between the last episode and this one. It was a terrific event. Thank you again for inviting me, and they thankfully stepped in and gave me a hand. And that, by a fairly indirect route, brings us to today. So thanks again to Sean for helping me out with all of that stuff, but we managed to get it all stripped out and done and ready, and now I'm sat at a festival, just a wild camping festival in the middle of nowhere. Summer is just coming in, it's still cold but it's sunny, and the van now looks like this. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I've been living in it now for a couple of months on the road, just kind of doing things, trying to keep up with wedding editings and van vlogs and all sorts of things. But now the vlog is hopefully finished. So these are going to start coming up more and more regularly. You're going to be seeing what I'm up to every day, because it is no longer just going to be me working and saving. Now we're looking at festivals. Next week I'm going to show you when I climbed a mountain in Wales. We're going to be going on adventures. We're going to be taking hikes, going paddleboarding, and I'm also going to be looking into local myths and legends and little bits of lore and secret bits of the country and things like this. Weird, like local oddities. I'm going to be touring around, and there are still things to fix in the van, so there's still going to be some of that coming along. But it's just going to be a bit of an adventure. I am so excited for the next few years of my life, at least, and I'm not even bothering to plan beyond that. But I'm so excited to get there, and I'm so grateful to all my friends, my family, and just new friends I've made along the way who have all helped out in this adventure. You guys have supported me, given me advice, helped come pick me up when my van's broken down, sorted me out in so many ways. And I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. And I'm just so excited to get done. So that's going to be it for this episode. I am sorry it took so long to come out, but I hope you can forgive me. And I hope you can look forward now to whatever's happening next. Until then, though, I'll see you all next week. Bye! We're going to be going on adventures, we're going to be going things, and I'm going to be looking at going things. I'm just so excited to get done. So that's going to be it for this lesson. I was having a conversation like this with my friend, because like there's another... Nope.